Hey, this is John Mew from Game Face Studios LLC. It is Forced New Zion Church of God. Well, it's my church, but it's at the end of the at the end of the day, in the end days, communicate about God, no matter what platform. You see that just like this is my theory, whether you like to agree on it or not, just like whenever there was we was needing blood sacrifices where you sacrifice an animal to God. So the thing is that, well, we needed to have blood sacrifice. So we sacrificed one of the best flock. We sacrificed our best flock. That's the Cain and Abel. Cain, Abel sacrificed his best flock. Abel did not, because he wanted the best flock for himself. Cain wanted the best flock for himself. Abel wanted to give the best flock. So Cain got so angry at Abel because he was always Mr. Perfect. And so Cain killed Abel, was thrown out the Garden of Eden. So I do believe in the same thing. My beliefs is what it was taught to me in the King James Bible. And don't make mockery, meaning don't make mockery from God. You know, equality is will you treat everybody equal. So the thing about equality is that the bad equality is that everybody gets treated evil, bad. I know the salvation of life. I'm a minstrel. You know, this is my civic duty, spread the gospel. That's why my friend decided, hey, he'll be the perfect minstrel. Because I've always preached the gospel, but now the older I get, more I realize, hey, look, it's all about your approach. See, you know, like some things that people do is because of a reason, of course. Everybody has a reason. Everybody has a reason. I get it. I get it. Everybody has a reason. But what is the reason? Think about it. Like the 1300 game, the 1300s, that if you would have been like targeted against church, your throat would have been cut out. You would sit there and bleed to death. yeah, pretty graphic. But anyways, guess we learned from then. Well, at least I hope. But the thing is that whenever bad things happen to good people, they became mortals, and mortals that the world is at that point immortal. It just keeps on. It's like it becomes a legacy. And I'm part German. I'm part Swedish. I'm part British. I mean, all three parts. England, Scotland, Ireland, and then I'm part Native American, part Cherokee. And I had it was like a blood bond because it was kind of easy because we got our asses handed to us. It was both bleeding, so we mixed the blood. It was supposed to be a bond for life. Well, I made it out, but yeah, things was bad. Things in my life was bad. It was awful. If you would know half of the holes that I've gone through, you would understand. Besides that, at the end of the day, if you're able to look at yourself in the mirror and look at yourself and go, you know what, you need a pat on your back because you done an awesome job. You know, if you really need that, is it really worth having? Think about that. Some of the best things that you could ever have is because you want it. And that, you know, I've actually had to live in a hunting camper before. I've actually lived under a bridge before. I've actually ate spoiled food. Fell off the roof, nearly died. I was actually dumb enough to walk across the bridge in Nashville on foot across the bridge. Railroad bridge that turned into like what was that movie? Stand by Me. Yeah, turned into Stand by Me. I didn't realize it was so high up. I mean, until I was on top of the bridge crossing it. I mean, honestly, I'm not lying. I'm not is like, and I realized what I did. I was like, I went and there was like a walk in like a. I done it all splinter cell style because you have to understand, man. Because I started martial arts when I was about 4. I had a personal sensei by the age of 5. It was the weekends and possibly even during the summer. Possibly. But whenever he was training, he trained hard. And, you know, Yeah. Also, stunt double. Didn't see that one coming out, did you? I had to actually learn karate blind because, well, you see, what happened was when I was walking, I was walking to a friend's school bus because something just like breezed on by me, and I was like, why would they do that? Just breezed on by me, the school bus. Didn't want to stop or meet me up. Yep. So we walked to my friend's. Just happened to see one black kid. By the way, we're like five. One black kid getting jumped by three white kids. So I walked up. It's like, hey, what did that kid do? What did that kid do? He had done nothing to nobody. I was like, I haven't even seen him hit a flea with his pinky. So what did he do? And he was like, it's because he was I can say it because I know what it means. I'm not like y'all ignorant mofos out there that want to say, hey, that sounds messed up. I'm going to kick your ass now. I'm like, come on, man, please. Common sense has to be in effect. Common sense of an inanimate object moving from one place to the next will only be devoted by a opposing force. It is about finding your zing, finding your central, and then things will make sense. Because your it's about the negative energy. Because I know pretty well. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It was like I could be an asshole. I was like, but for real, it's like the things that I have went through, or the circumstantial things are. As soon as you realize that things are just circumstantial, it's like in a circumstances of what is going on. And that you realize, like the thing is, for as many asteroids that Neil miss all the time is because that space is a probably living being that they go and circulate metal that was created by the Big Bang. Right? You got all that stuff in space going at a speed that if it would hit it, like you could take a screwdriver and take out a satellite kind of speed. you know, and not to mention that we have all those stalls outside or um, actually asteroids that's passing by because they're all a mass of light. Mass of light. Burning gas in space. That's what the stars are really. So you would think, oh, the sky's falling, the sky's falling. Like, we think about, instead of all sky, what about the universal sky? I also know the science of light because I went to college to have a bachelor's degree, and I can finish that said college if I want to, and then pick up where I left off, and then have a year and a half more tops. All the things that you need are free now because go to Olympic and then look up those programs, and what colleges was giving you is now Olympian is giving you on their website. But yeah, yeah, I got this from a move, so I was on the move earlier packing, like, and I'm not a professional packer, so my 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 stepdad gave me got a hold of somebody and they give me a job that I would have been getting $200 for packing. I'm not an experienced packer, so I let them know from the very get go I'm not an experienced packer. They could have just sent us home, which I wish they would have, because we probably would have got a better paying job. And I'm about to get my own vehicle before long. Hopefully, crossing my fingers, if everything goes right, that I'll be get a Chevy Transforce. I'll probably get a Chevy Transforce High Country if I could afford it, because that is all-wheel drive. Because I don't know. I mean, batteries does seem like a good idea, but if we cannot make a strong enough battery, but that'd be kind of scary if you stop and think about it. That's a big battery. I almost cussed. Thank goodness I caught myself. But then again, you ought to play Kingdom Come Deliverance. That is a spectacular game. I like it. It actually simulates actual combat in the real, because, like, uh, well, it is actually like you actually have to eat, you actually have to sleep, and if you go too long without sleeping, you could just randomly pass out, and then somebody will rob you, and then put your body in the woods. going out hunting bull, rabbit, deer, killing bandits, escaping from a raid from the very beginning of the game. A raid. A raid. Ugh. You see, that's my Scottish. No, no. Actually, my Irish coming out. That's my Irish. Because they have a speech impediment with the alls. Lazy all. They don't know how to roll. And I don't know how to. I have a lisp. So, yeah. But anyways. But yeah, this is my actual full web podcast. And see, don't take me the incorrect way. It is the only way I know how to communicate with somebody. You have to understand, my dad was not the lovable teddy bear that other fathers was and whatnot. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's beside the point because it's not about me. You know, you know, I I do. You know, this is my release on how to whenever you know how to communicate, right? It's like is whenever you know how to communicate with other people, it derives from the communication of you and your father, you and your mother. But whenever somebody is either overbearing or just a jackass. I did not have any good role models in my life. And it was like one minute I was thinking, got the greatest family in the world, do anything for you. To whenever things was sort of happen. I put it that way. Whenever that happened, whichever way it was, that there were certain consequences to what happened. Yeah, to say the least. And then things got really awful. Like, gosh, it's so God out there. It's like, you know, being God in like, I mean, it's just like it's such a big planet. How would God be able to just see everything at once? You know, everything was just created in a big bang. You know, but no, it's just yeah. I'm just recording myself. It's sort of like I would like to think my podcast means something to somebody. You see, in order to make money off of something, people would need to believe in the ideal. And what a podcast? Don't they have a whole lot of ideals? Podcast is a lot of ideals being delivered to an audience that no matter how crude, rude, or circumstantial, circumstantial, like circumstantial evidence, it may or may not happen. The people that went through the loyal, like the criminals or the best attorneys, because they know what they went through and what they should have done. I do believe that everything happens for a reason, but you see, what I'm trying to, I take in so much negative energy, and that's kind of where I kind of want to do my podcast, to let the negative energy turn into a positive energy. The yin, the yang, the purpose, the reason, the excuse, the just, I don't know, anything you want to throw at it. Anything and everything that you believe in is also propaganda. Now, that it just depends on how far you want to take your belief and making it into reality. What are your goals? Like, you really think that we were just a bunch of a puppet show for God, and we do a little dance, we make a little love? The thing is that, yeah, I mean, it's all good and gravy, but there's always consequences. The yin, the yang. I know a lot from my. I've learned a lot from my brother Timmy. I've learned a lot from my uncle, my grandfather. It's just sometimes making yourself feel from one way to the kind of opposite is bipolarism. You know, you see, I'm bipolar, but so is my. I don't know. It's like you bring in the what you are. You know, it's like you're a magnet, and you're a magnet for your feelings. Whenever you are around a bunch of happy people, you're happy. Ah, bunch of sad people are like, oh my gosh, I'm so sad. Why? I don't know. and it's just, there was a movie. You know what? I can't remember what that movie was called. I don't like it, but um, I think Sandra Bullock was in it, and she was cooking, and whatever whole emotion was at that moment, everybody will be feeling it. You know, because that's how emotions is being passed. Somebody go to somebody with a good attitude, you get a good attitude back. Sad attitude back. Mad attitude, vice versa. You get it. And I got this tripod with a light, and it sort of like gives the right balance. So the 3-point lighting, you got the key light, the one that is the light that is supposed to hit the object directly. You got the field light. Um, you got the field light because you see there what the um, the light that hits the object directly will leave hold shadows, and the hold shadows is actually what um, is produced because there was like no light at all, and you cannot see anything because it's just black. So that's not appealing because you cannot wrap it around your imagination on what that is. So you actually have to see something, and that's also kind of like the opposite of faith. Anywho, then you got the fill light. The fill light is the light that is on the other side off to an angle, and you can play with the angles on how much light, and you'll be able to see the shadows. It softens the shadows, puts in those details, so you can actually visually see what you're looking at. And then you got your backlight or rim light or bounce light or natural light. And then you got your foliage, the noise that you make. And then you got your ambience. You know, the people, hey baby, baby, I can't hear you. See? Ambience. The ambience is the background noise. And then you got your special effects. It is usually dialogue. You see, whenever you are recording, it is actually better to do a single. Now, if you do the opposite, the double, you will do probably a double if you have a lot of noise in the background. You do double. That way that the audio file and the video audio are two separate things. then you'll want to go in and record. But the best way how to prevent the need for the double recording system, then you're gonna have to have a boom mic with a dead rat on it, and it's called dead rat. Dead rat. So it's a little scruffy little thing they put over the mic to muffle the ambient background noise, or get an Xperia 5 that has more of a built-in, or another option, get the Xperia Pro Mark 1. The Xperia Pro Mark 1, it is everything that you would expect from the Xperia Pro, and the Xperia Pro has it where you can hook up a HDMI to the phone to the camera. So if they would make it well to the phone to the camera, they will make it well to the phone to the TV, to the phone, and probably HDMI game system. Maybe. My theory. You see that whenever I know I'm bipolar, I sort of know that whatever I'm feeling, I'm just gonna just write it out and go, are we done yet? Because the thing is, there was nothing else better I would like to do just to show that I would like to help my community. And the thing is that it's like I really don't know what to do. But you know what I want to do is to sort of like, I'm measuring out my fan base versus, you know, I'm measuring out my fan base, and I'm able to measure it out on wisdom, because I had probably about 167, something like that. I can't remember. And everything was going great and everything, and then I got hacked. And then when I got hacked, when I got hacked, then like before backing everything up and everything, changed my phone number and everything on my accounts, I done a factory reset because I was being hounded. I mean, hounded. You don't want to know. And so made some. I had to do another account with Wisdom. I made 2 podcasts. And for the 2 podcasts, I have 42 followers. 42 followers. 2 podcasts. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? There was a reason why God shows you things if you just pay attention. You know, it's like now I have sort of like my personal studio right now because I'm really digging the light. And is like it's your own personal studio, and that is like a ring, and it has a light, like strobe light, that is so brilliant. But the thing is, the more you realize, it's not about getting your way, always getting your way. Sometimes, whenever you're feeling down and lonely and unloved, they're just Lucifer trying to get you away. Why let them? Why behave? Why behave in the ways that the devil is trying to get you to be enraged and hateful? The devil. And don't let the devil win, because you're the person that will make you do what you do. You're the person that would tell yourself that it's okay, but that's the devil. Don't listen to the devil. The devil will lie to you. And the other day, it was like my biological dad. He called me up and was like, "Hey, I want to squash everything," and it says in the Bible, "Always forgive your dad." I tell you one thing. But anyways, yeah, I did. Do I trust him? Don't have to. That's just the thing. You don't have to trust anyone, because things all gonna happen whether you like it or not. Because the one that's truly in charge is God. And people say, Jesus is God in the flesh, but the thing is, also says in the Bible, John 3:16, God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son. And who would go to him will gain eternal life. I love that verse because God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son. So, meaning that if Jesus was his begotten son, that just means that means he it was God's sacrifice. Because it was also, but the thing was is that it was both of those sacrifices mutually. Ever thought about that? It was mutually both of those sacrifices. It doesn't mean, you know, Jesus is uh, the angel that I love Jesus. Is like sometimes you have to flip the tables and go, hypocrites. Just like Jesus. Sometimes you have to get people to understand. But anyways, it's like, I know that this sounds like an interview. But actually, just like just been trying this online church, but I feel comfortable about it because everybody's doing it. There's the new church online. I mean, you think about it, whenever you do your podcast, people are, listening to it, watching it at home. You see, a visionary sees an ideal that nobody else sees. A visionary doesn't need permission. A visionary would do the things that he would do, and then still do the things that they want you to do, and still be kind of in this like little funk. But the thing is, whenever I was in college, I was dealing with 3 projects at once. 3 projects at once. I didn't have enough time to study because I was sitting there do my work. I might in the near future try to put my art on my website. Trying to find a good website? No. Going to build my own website because I had a class building websites. Only problem about building websites is so much data. Yeah. Like that. But anyways, this is getting about the time that on my podcast I will like give it out. You like give it a piece out for my homies. No, it's not gonna be like that. No, it's just this is John Mew from Game Face Studios. Keeping it real, keeping it fresh, being yourself, loving yourself, loving others. Love you all. Have a good night. See, that's how I normally end my podcast. Yeah, Yeah, and then you see, I'm a good cook, and I'm trying to think of ideals, but you see, I'm my own team. So the thing is that I bought this at Ollie's for like $14. I knew it was a good idea. Now I can broadcast. Yeah, it's just look, man, that I I'm just I'm just being me. People need to realize I'm just I'm just being me. If they have a problem with me being me, I'm not gonna lose no sleep. But I still love everybody though. I don't have to like them to love them. I learned that from my podcast. Like me, see no color. I've said this in the past before. I was like, you know what? I'm not racist. I just hate everybody. Like I hate everybody equally. You see, I cannot be racist. No playing. But yeah, the thing is that I gotta just let go of that angle because it's gonna kill me. The thing is that this is another one of my reasons behind this recorded podcast, just to let you know I appreciate all my followers, really. That I just wanted to let them know, and I'm just glad that God pointed me in the right direction for this phone in that tripod with that light set up, because it will make indoor podcast possible. See, the only problem is God, and although God answers prayers, God would never be put on a timer. You cannot put God on a timer. God will get to you whenever He is able. 1 day from now, 2 days from now, 1 month from now, 1 year, never. Just wait in line and wait like everybody else.